After attending a seminar recently, I decided that it was time to address the insulation in our attic. We built our house 30 years ago, and I was thinking that maybe the insulation had flattened and wasn't doing its job because of the airflow up there. So this fellow came into the house, and he created a vacuum by putting a fan in one of the doors, and with that fan in one of the doors sending all the air outside of the house, he lit a wick and showed me how much air was coming in through my attic, and especially in particular through the can lights and soffits. Take a look at this. It's very interesting.
So it's up to 15 cubic feet of air can move through a 1-inch hole. Can lights are a 1 to 2-inch hole. Pattern, that's the hot air, 100-degree air moving along your ceiling. So it's a temperature difference.
Wow.
That hot air is heating up your ceiling and the air is taking that path.
You mean that this over here?
The fingers there, see how the fingers are reaching this way? That's the hot air moving that way. Isn't that neat? See how your ceiling is somewhat cool and the drop soffit is hot because you're having a lot of heat in your attic, about 100, 110 degrees, is going right down in that drop soffit. Actually, I took pictures of the drop soffits that are open with no insulation inside of them. We'll take a picture here. See how hot that attic hatch is? It's because that attic hatch has no insulation over it. So whereas your attic is supposed to be a resistance R49, this is like a 0. It's like a 0.5. So what we do is we spray foam these attic hatches. You can also use foam board. And you want a weather strip all the way around, because when there's a breeze in your attic, which there is, you have air that comes right through, just like this. And I think you were saying this room tends to be colder, probably because this attic hatch isn't sealed very well. It's like having a leaky
that's the
door.
reason.
And these just blowing.
It's all air coming out of that attic, and especially through the drop soffit.
What we like to do is we like to spray foam this entire drop soffit, because spray foam is a hard product and it's not going to blow away from wind. It'll stay there for 30, 40 years. It'll stay there forever. But they rate all insulation to have a lifespan of like 20 to 30. Now, when you have installers install windows for commercial properties, one of the things this thermal camera can actually show you is if there's argon still, if the argon's been broken, if they maybe did a poor job installing it. And this doesn't appear to be an argon-filled window. What you'd actually see is you'd see a big dark spot right in the middle if the argon was lost, or other gases. They use a couple different kinds of gases.
So you'll see here insulation that was blown into the attic to the tune of R50. That's a can light that was not covered. This is the can light that is now covered in spray foam that stops air from going into the upstairs of the house. And check out this attic hatch. It had nothing on it before, and now it is fully insulated. All of this has added to the home improvement of this house, and also keeping our house a little bit more energy efficient. It was Saunders Insulation that came to this Caldwell Banker Expo in the spring and explained to us that if your home needed insulation, that the state of Illinois was offering what's called the Energy Impact Illinois program of a rebate up to $1,750 for a home that qualified for this insulation program. Also, the other thing that we did was add a RRTP meter from Commonwealth Edison that allows us to purchase electricity at wholesale prices while the rest of the community is buying electricity at retail prices. So all of this stuff is interesting and worthwhile and can create more comfort and savings in your home. So if you have any questions, please call me. I'd be happy to chit chat with you.